Welcome to this trial video. In the video we're going to help you to understand how to get your expenses paid quicker. We're going to tell you 3 things about the upcoming training plan, and we're going to let you know about some of the things that have happened in Synergy Fostering this week. So let's get started. First of all, I'd say to you the most important thing is make sure you're claiming for the right things, because when the expenses arrive in the office, if they're not the right things that you're claiming for, we have to send it all back to you, and of course that takes time. So you can claim for additional costs of travel to training and support groups. You can claim for a holiday allowance once a year for £250. You can claim for car mileage for a contact visit or for a meeting that's over 20 miles away from your home. When you charge car mileage, charge it at 40p for each mile that you travel there and back. If you need to add anything else to your expenses form, you need to make sure that Shoba's already approved it before you put it on, because if it's not, she's just going to send it back. Make sure you use an expenses form to send your expenses in. Remember to sign the form and make sure that each of the activities that you've done is covered with a date and you've explained what that activity was for. Make sure you send in receipts or some evidence of the things that you've been doing. If you send that form in and all those things are correct, it will be signed off and paid very quickly. Sunny runs the payroll every Friday, so every expenses form that's been completed will be paid on a Friday. So I've got 3 training events coming up that I'd really like you to know about, and of course, as usual, we'd really like you to be involved with. The first one is the Trauma Workshop. The Trauma Workshop takes place on the 5th of February between 10 and 3:30 p.m. and it's in the office. But we've got an external trainer coming in to do that for us, who's trained with us before. So if you ask any of the other foster carers who've been on that training, I'm sure they'll tell you how good it is. It really is a valuable session. The second training I'd like to tell you about is the next TCIF course. That's the Therapeutic Crisis Intervention for Families course. It's a 10-week course. It always takes place, this particular course takes place on a Thursday, and it starts on the 6th of February, but you need to be available for all the 10 weeks. Got places available on that if you're interested. And then finally, the All Hands event. And it's called the All Hands event for a reason, which is really we'd like as many people to be there as possible. So if you haven't already booked and you can spare the time, please come along. It's on the 7th, or you can come on the 8th. That's a Friday or a Saturday. The 3 things this week are all to do with training. We had 11 carers join us for the first aid training this week, and another 8 carers joined us to look at sexual health training, which was a training course over 2 days, helping them to understand some of those difficult topics that we have to discuss with young people from time to time. And finally, Aisha and Margaret went on an assessment training course to help them with the new carers that we've got coming to the agency and assessing them ready for the panel. Finally, you might have noticed that this is a trial video. So in a trial video we need lots and lots of feedback. Is it short enough for you so that it doesn't take up too much of your time? Are the topics that we're covering the right kind of things, and are we covering them in the right kind of detail? What other topics would you like us to talk about, and how would you like us to deal with them? So give us as much feedback as you can. You've got a great opportunity at the All Hands event. You can tell your social workers what you think anytime you meet them, or you can just email us or give us a call. Thank you all very much for everything that you're doing looking after young people in our care. It's a very big task, and I know you have to deal with it every day, 24 hours a day, and we're here to help you. So if there's anything that we can do to make that job easier, you should be telling us all about it.